All right, guys, we are here today. It is Charlotte Voisey, Executive Director of Tales of the Cocktail Foundation. Welcome to the Bourbon Showdown. I am super excited to talk to you today.
Oh, thank you, Jesse, so much for having me. Really excited to talk to you about all things Tales of the Cocktail.
Well, I mean, we are at the beginning of July, which means the countdown is on. Tales 26 is upon us. To anybody that doesn't know, would you please give me a brief overview of what Tales of the Cocktail is and why we all look forward to it so much?
We do indeed. Tales of the Cocktail is the most important gathering for bartenders and cocktail spirit professionals anywhere in the world. Every year in New Orleans, we gather. Tales is part conference, part festival, part party, part reunion. It's a gathering, it's education, it's tasting things you've never tasted before. It's learning, it's connecting. It's just such a wonderful 5 days in New Orleans, just surrounded by the most inspiring experiences and people you could ever hope for.
That is the greatest answer I've ever heard in terms of making me want to come to something.
Yes.
It summarizes it so well. It is everything that when you absolutely are enamored by cocktail culture, by spirits culture, by whiskey culture, by all of the things, and you guys have created like a safe haven where all of us can just come and enjoy. Like you said, you see friends you've not seen in a while. You find out what's happening in 2026, 2027 on the trend side of things, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful coming together of all the things you like about the spirits world. And
It
I'm
truly
excited.
is. Yeah, and it's even more than that, right? Because it can spark your career in new directions. It can really further education and understanding. You'll meet people, and that can lead to new business ideas and relationships and all fun things like that.
100%. And that's a great point right there, is that the majority of the people I see when I'm there, it is a reunion, but it's also like, hey, this, what you got going on? Oh, cool. I got that. I got something similar going on. Like there's a lot of networking for us in the industry, and for other people, it's a proper, it is a perfect place to go and experience what's new, what's exciting, and what's going to be the new and exciting moving forward.
So much so, yeah. And we love the relaxed environment that New Orleans gives us because all of those conversations happen in a very easy and approachable way. You don't even realize that you're maybe stumbling across the next big thing. It's such fun.
Well, in terms of the next big thing, what do you guys have planned for us this year? Like, who do
So
you have speaking? Who do you have like where do we see trends going at this year's Tales?
yeah, so the great thing about Tails is while the format might look familiar each year, which is helpful, everything inside of those parameters changes, right? So all of our seminars are brand new again this year. We have 60 different topics that people can come along and listen to experts in the fields talk about, teach about, share their opinions, invite conversation about. And these topics run the gamut from cocktail culture to history to spirits production to business ventures to giving advice on how to write a book on cocktails if that's your jam, all the way through to building great teams and community building and looking after your physical and mental health and wellness, which is so important in our industry. So we really try and cover it all. But you're right, every year we see different trends emerge. And I get the advantage of looking back over our seminar submissions each year, and you can see the patterns. You can see the topics that people are passionate about, and they start to shift as the years tick on. It's super, super cool. I always like to think that you come to Tales and you get kind of the first sneak peek at what's going to hit and trend in the next coming years.
So how many years have you guys been going now? Like, because I imagine the as the culture has grown and we've gone through so many different booms over the past little bit, like how when did Tales start, and like what trends have you been on the forefront of?
Yeah, so Tales, this will be our 24th Tales, right? So it's been just over 2 decades. And if you've been in the cocktail business for a while, like I have, you know that that's around about the time frame of the modern renaissance of the cocktail, as we like to call it, right? If you think 30 years ago, going out to bars, you weren't getting craft cocktails done in the right way. You were getting whatever you were used to drinking. But
Neon. It was neon.
It might have been neon. Fast forward to today, and it's a very different landscape, right? And Tales of the Cocktail absolutely had a big hand in shaping that evolution of the industry. Not because Tales was educating everyone, but Tales was providing that space for wonderful independent people to come together and share their knowledge, and inspire all of these fun new things that we've been able to do. So in those 20 years, we've seen all sorts of trends come and go. We've seen different spirit categories have their day. I think even back in the beginning, gin wasn't really in vogue. It was all vodka martinis, right? Since then, we've had a massive gin explosion. I think there might have even been a couple in the last 24 years. We've seen agave spirits just light on fire. People now are ordering mezcal Negronis in bars. You
I
would
love it.
not have been able to convince me 10 years ago that that was a thing. So we do see the trends. We see them through the eyes of professionals, and we see them through the drinks that people are choosing and enjoying at Tales of the Cocktail each year.
I love that point, and I love how it puts you guys at like the epicenter of what's going to come into the cocktail world in 2026 and 2027. 25 years ago, there was like that, and it all came from bartenders. Like everything that you have these farm, I like to call it farm to table kind of consumers, where they got tired of the mass produced, they got tired of the sugar, they got tired of the ordinary, and they would go to those artisanal bartenders, and they would make them a real drink. And then they would take what they found in either New York or Chicago, and they go home and they try to make it themselves, and it just grew from there. And you guys have been for since the beginning of this renaissance that we've surfed for so long. You've been bringing them together and letting them talk to each other, and those conversations drive the trends you're going to see moving forward. It's just such a fun thing to witness.
Yeah, and I've been lucky enough to have attended Tales of the Cocktail since 2006 myself. So
Oh wow.
not from the very beginning, but I've certainly seen a lot evolution of the quality of content and the conversations and the opportunities, but also the science, right? What started as quite an intimate group of really those in the know has just broadened and grown into the most important gathering, like I said, globally in our industry in hospitality. It's quite an impressive thing. And it's just so wonderful to see every year people gathering again, still excited, still wanting to share and contribute and be open to what they might learn.
Okay, that's a great segue into it may have started out just bartenders, but now it's everybody, right? Like you guys have folks coming in from all over the country, all over the world, and it's not just for bartenders, it's not just for mixologists. This is for anybody that loves spirits.
Yeah, Tales of the Cocktail tickets are on sale, and anyone's welcome to hop on our website and get involved and check out the agenda and see what's exciting to them. We've always had a nice, strong portion of what we call cocktail enthusiasts. You know, those that enjoy cocktails from the other side of the bar, getting involved at Tales of the Cocktail. And there's various events that will be more relevant and interesting to that population. And then, really, just recently this year, we've been really excited to launch something called Tales Passport, which is dedicated programming for cocktail enthusiasts. This is events that people at home who perhaps like to dabble in making their own cocktails can come along to and attend and learn some tips really from the best bartenders in the world of how to improve their game at home.
Okay, speaking of improve your game at home, what is your go-to cocktail right now? Like what are you going to Tales this year to learn more about?
Well, there's always something to learn, right? I think the cocktails I like making at home if I'm entertaining a group of people are the ones I can make in advance, get ready, and have people like interact with a little bit, maybe finish off themselves. So something like a champagne punch, where I would get all the ingredients together, spend a little time up front on prep to make sure everything is tasting delicious. But then once the party starts, I'm not stuck in the kitchen making drinks the whole time because that's not my idea of a good time. And these are the kinds of tips and education that we can pass on to others so that just like when you're preparing a meal, you don't want to be stuck in the kitchen the whole night. There's things you can do in advance to make sure your drinks or food taste fantastic with a little bit of preparation. So for me, summertime, I would say something like a nice punch, fresh strawberries that I can top off with champagne the minute people come through the door.
I love that. I love that. And you'll see that at so many dinner parties where like there's just one poor person trying to combine
Yes.
like 9,000 ingredients so 25 people can have the perfect old fashioned. It's like there's so many, you don't have to. There's so many other ways to do it that won't take up your entire time at the party.
Yeah, and we know a lot more about cocktails these days that we can pass on some of that information. And again, it's great drinks are made from great ingredients. It's about the quality that you put in. You're likely to get a great drink out at the other end.
So when people get there, like if they're coming to learn and they're coming to experience, like walk me through the beginning. Like what is you get details? What would you recommend to someone that's never been before so that they can just fully immerse themselves and have the best experience possible for the 2026 Tales?
Sure. So the first thing to do is go to talesofthecocktail.org, register, get the type of ticket that you want. We have week passes, we have daily passes, we have education forward pathways, we have more social pathways. So pick your ticket, pick your dates, and then spend time combing through that agenda. You can filter by sort, so you can filter by seminars if you're interested in different types of talks, and pick out the things that you definitely don't want to miss. And then you can build your schedule around that. Because here's the thing, we're not going to Nowhereville, we're going to New Orleans, right? And once you step down in that city, there's all sorts of distractions. And you're going to want to check out the local bars and go have fantastic meals in all the restaurants, which we encourage you to do. But set your Tales schedule first and then leave space for exploring the city as well. That would be the number one thing to do.
I love it. I'm looking at it right now. You guys are just like 9 a.m. through after party every day.
Yeah.
Everything you've got. Oh my goodness. Just like watching, reading all of Rooftop Pool Party, Breezeway Event, Cutwater Spirits, like Spirited Dining. It's just like anything and everything for every, good Lord. Like what? Okay, so what is your like when you're putting something like this together? How do you curate this? Like, how do you? It's so expansive. It's so inclusive. Like how are you each year as the executive director, uh, pinpointing what the theme's going to be, pinpointing who you want to have there, and as you said a moment ago, curating what you think the trends that will need nurturing in this event are, and not just letting it. You don't. I mean, no offense, but you don't want to like get there and see like not not the
Right.
premiere. You don't want to see somebody in their amazing flying car. You want to see somebody with amazing tasty spirits. Like how do you bring it all together like that?
Certainly. So we don't do it alone, right? Tales of the Cocktail, we have a small but mighty full team. But what we do in terms of curating the events at Tales is we enlist committees of industry professionals. We're talking about the leading bartenders and consultants in every country across the world come together and form committees that work year round discussing just this. Our seminar selection process alone is a 7-month conversation where we invite people to submit ideas. We look at trends that are coming, we pick the best of each trend, and then we work with those people to make sure their conversations are structured, meet the bill, put together a comprehensive program. And that's just the education. We host some events that are important to us, like the Spirited Awards, which is fondly known as the Oscars of the industry. That's a whole animal of itself, which turns 20 years this year. But then we have our wonderful brand partners. So spirits brands across the world know that when they come to Tales, it's their biggest platform. So they save their best work, their most fun ideas, their most fabulous parties, and they bring them to Tales of the Cocktail. So we curate probably half of the schedule, and then we put the faith in our brand friends to curate the other half, and they bring just the most fabulous experiences for people to enjoy as well. So together, it can be a little overwhelming at first glance. I see you looking at wide-eyed at the agenda there, but that's why you need to just take a little bit of time, pause, set your own priorities, build your schedule, make sure you don't miss what you got on that plane to come see, but also leave some space for fun, because it's that spontaneity, that serendipitous meeting of somebody in the hallway, out on the street, walk into lunch or dinner, where you may just sort of meet a mentor or have a fabulous idea for a new business, or just pass a wonderful couple of hours in somebody's company. So there's a lot to do, but we don't curate the schedule ourselves. We ask the industry what they want to hear and see, and what they want Tails to be. And we listen to that. And I think that's why Tails has been so phenomenally successful now for 24 years, because it's not just one vision, it's a shared vision of what this should be collectively.
That is so perfectly put. And I'm just sitting here salivating at the number of things that I want to go to
Yeah.
while I'm in town. I mean, you've got everything, every spirit, every style. Like it's just all so. It's enticing. It's
Well,
flavor journeys all the way across the board, from the name to the after party.
indeed, and literally there is something for everyone, but the idea isn't that you come and try and do it all. I would absolutely not encourage that. You pick what you're interested in, and maybe pick some things that you don't know about, right? It should be some fun things for you, some adventures, some picking a new topic that you're not familiar with, tasting something brand new. Perhaps you've never had sake before, or baijiu, which is a spirit from China that most people have never even heard of. Why not go to a tasting and learn a little something about that? Like, that's the beauty of Tales. You can literally, it's like dining out in New York City. It's anything you can imagine at any time, but it can be overwhelming. So take the time to comb through, and then be open to recommendations from others. At Tails, typically 50% of the people there are veterans. They've been before, they know the score, but 50% of people are coming for the very first time. So that's the beauty of just sharing, giving tips, being open to recommendations. And that's probably how you'll get the best experience.
I absolutely love that. And it's palate and mind open is
Yeah.
always like, if you've never, I get more excited by the things I've never heard of. Like when you see, I just saw on the website, you've got a session for Mexican sake.
Right.
I'm immediately wanting that. I can't wait to try that. Like, just so much innovation packed into a wonderful few days in Louisiana.
So much to see.
And we're here. I mean, it is July 19th through July 24th.
Yep.
Are you should probably start drinking water now, Charlotte. I think probably get all of the sleep you can between now and the 15th, because it's going to be go time come the 19th all the way through the 24th.
Yeah, they say stock up on sleep and water and extra outfits, right? Because you need quite a few of those to navigate New Orleans for 5 days in July.
100%. Okay. So we've identified why it's awesome. We've identified what's going to make it awesome this year. Where do you see this going? You guys have been going for so long. Where do you want to see it go next? Are there is anything off out of bounds? Is anything off the table when it comes to where this can grow?
No, we're really interested in furthering cocktail culture and making it accessible to as many people as possible in a fun, responsible, helpful, exciting way. And the great thing about Tales is every year it evolves to reflect what the industry are thinking, right? So bartenders are coming up with fun new flavors and tastes and techniques. We get to showcase that to the world at Tales of the Cocktail. And that's a continuing evolution process, right? There's always going to be new ideas. So I see the evolution of Tales not necessarily in getting twice as big every year, because it's already huge. It's more about keeping pace with the topics that people are interested in, setting the trends, making things even more delicious and accessible to more and more people, and continuing to invite our friends from all over the world to gather to New Orleans. Last year, we had over 57 countries represented by the people who came and attend. Like, honestly, the first party at Tales is at baggage claim at the airport. Let me tell you.
That
Super fun.
is that is brilliant. And I'm sitting here just reading through everything you've got going on. You've seen so many things come and go, with where we are right now in terms of people pushing the envelope. What are you most looking forward to this year? Like, there's so much innovation right now. There's so many different things all spinning at the same time. Like, what has your interest? What's got you excited about the future of cocktails?
Yeah, I think it's hearing from new voices, right? I've been really privileged and lucky to be kind of in the front seat of this cocktail renaissance, as I earlier described, which has been the last 20 or so years. But, nothing stands still. So when we talk about the future of cocktail culture, what flavors, trends, methods, techniques, it's coming from the younger generation. And every year at Tales, we kick off the week with a keynote, right? An important talk. This year, the keynote is Letters from the Next Generation. And we found four fabulous young bartenders to come on stage and tell the rest of us what they're excited about, what's important to them, what they see as the trends over the next 5, 10, 20 years. And that's what I'm excited about because those are the things that I don't know. So hearing continuously younger and newer perspectives on this whole industry is super fascinating to me.
That's so well put. It's very easy to get like the beauty of Tales is that it takes you out of your bubble. Like
Yes,
it's
yes.
easy to get stuck in your ways. It's easy to like I only drink this or I only drink that. And Tales is the perfect place to go. Try Mexican sake. Try something. Try what their distillate tastes like. There's just no end to what you're going to see and what you're going to taste. And that is a beautiful freaking answer because we get stuck, and that what's next is going to come from them. So what a great way to kick it off.
And the great thing is Tales is you're surrounded by the best in the industry, so you know that what you're going to taste and listen to is coming from a place of expertise, which is a great way to, abandon your habits and take a leap of faith.
Oh, perfect. That is okay. I was excited to go before we started talking, but now I am beyond excited to get to New Orleans and try what it will be, I'm sure, an amazing week of spirits at the 2026 Tales of the Cocktail. Charlotte, thank you so much for giving me some time today. Again, it is talesofthecocktail.org. You can buy tickets. You can start planning your trip. If this is going to be coming out at the beginning of July, so you better go because this thing gets started on the 19th. So go now, and we'll see you there, and we'll go through the. Let's just see how many new things we can experience while we're there at the 2026 Tales of the Cocktail. Because Charlotte, you've got us all excited about it.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you so much for having me on. And I look forward to seeing you and a lot of our friends out there down in New Orleans for Tales of the Cocktail.
I can't wait. Cheers.
Thank you.